Hello friends, TECHMANPAT here. Today we're unboxing the iPad Air 13 edition and the accompanying Magic Keyboard that costs more than I think anything that has buttons should cost. 579 Australian dollars, ridiculous price. Is it any good? We'll have a look. And of course we'll see the new iPad, the refreshed Air. It is larger at 13 inches now. And is there any other differences? Well, let's have a look and jump straight in. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll get started by rolling the intro. Let's start with the Magic Keyboard. It is for iPad and it's really hefty. Like, I am actually impressed by the weight of it. On the back here, we've got some plastic. I thought it'd be more like paper, but it's not. And inside we have this little padding right here. And there we have it, the keyboard. The keys feel really nice. The actual touchpad is quite large and physically clicky, not just mechanically clicky like we have in iPads and things like that. And this, of course, has a little attachment here for the actual iPad so it can communicate. And I suppose this is a really good way to do it. Wireless can be finicky, so yeah, it's good. I think I'm pretty impressed with it. So the actual strength of this is probably what makes this valuable, and it's really, really hard to move across here. So again, well done, Apple. On the side here, we have a USB-C plug to charge the iPad. Okay, let's put that to the side and get to the main port of call, the iPad Air 13 inch. And of course, it comes in multiple colors. I believe this is the blue one. And I personally like the blue color. I think it looks really nice. And hopefully this version of it looks nice as well. Let's have an opening. Whoa. There we have it, folks. Another, see, this one's paper. The other one was very much plastic. So I'm not sure what they were doing with the keyboard. Oh my God, this is so light. And it's so thin. Wow, this is incredible. This is so thin. Let's just before I get further on, let's just have a look at what this actually comes with. A charger. Very, very happy. And a cable. Now, how many watts is this? This is 20 watts, which is really, really nice. And it's packed with nice paper in here. Other than that, there's nothing else in this box. And I don't think we get stickers in here either. So that's a little bit disappointing, but you know, what did you expect from Apple? They go very minimalistic. The fact that there's a charger is already a massive, massive plus. Okay, let's take this off nicely. I want to rip it. And the blue is nice. It's not as blue as I thought it looked on the actual monitor that I put the actual thing on. And of course, the screen. It's large. Let's see if there's any battery to turn this on. 13 inches, it is probably one of the bigger iPads. And what's special about this version is the fact that Apple has finally released it in a non-Pro version. Every single other iPad has been 10 inches, 9 inches, whatever, or less than 10 anyway. It's the first time we have 13 inches in a non-Pro model, as far as my understanding goes. We've got the iPad Air, there it is. There's the pins right here, and the logo, classic mirror finished. We've got one little camera, and then on the side, we've got the part where you probably can add a pencil. Maybe the magnets are here. It's a little section. We've got the volume up and down, and we've got the, I guess, on and off switch, and it is a switch with fingerprints, or rather fingerprint ID. This is not an OLED screen. However, as far as LCD screens go, Apple does make them really, really well. And I think it looks fantastic from a color point of view. It certainly is large, and I think this is probably the iPad to get if you wanted a large iPad. So look, the next step really is to see how it works with this stand right here. So I'm gonna pop it on. Everybody else knows what an iPad OS is like, so we're not gonna go into that, but let's have a look how this fits on. So I'm gonna pop it on, and there should be magnets that hold it down. Ooh, that was really, really strong. I can pick up the whole thing just by holding the iPad. And there we go, it fell off now, but that's pretty good. I think, you know, you're not gonna be grabbing it by the iPad, you're gonna grab the whole thing, fold it down and take it with you. This this is hefty now. This is hefty and it's actually large. So when you put it down, you open it up, it pops open and you have yourself almost like a laptop. That's really nice. Can I use, oh, connected straight away. Look at that. So you get an Alla mouse, the mouse version of Apple, which is just a dot on the screen. And that feels really nice. Wow, I've never used a touchpad with an iPad, obviously because you've got a touch screen, but this is really, really nice. The interesting thing about Apple is they've been talking and touting that they're gonna replace the computer with an iPad and this keyboard. The problem is they were going to, and I think now they've stopped because they realize it's gonna completely destroy their Mac lineup or MacBooks, because this is very powerful and the Pro version costs a little bit less than a MacBook and it's very capable. So I think it's gonna be a while before we transition to this being your only computer, but this is very, very close. Web browsing, watching videos, typing things up, it can all be done on here. And there's enough apps there to convert PDFs and doc files and everything else that you need to do, except obviously sort of like a desktop file structure that people are used to on Macs and Windows computers. This is really nice. You can change the angle here and it's really, really stable. It wobbles once you do it, but once it stops wobbling and you're typing away, it doesn't seem to wobble at all. Obviously you have to have a good desk. Maybe on your lap, it might be problematic. But if you are gonna get this keyboard, I can highly recommend it, though I do not agree with the price of 579 Australian dollars. It's certainly high quality and very, very sturdy, but I think it's particularly expensive for what the product is. And that's not to say the rest of the Apple lineup is fair priced. It's still expensive, it is a premium product, but it works and looks really, really nice. Now, back to the iPad, we've got a pretty large bezel. I would have preferred to see maybe a smaller chassis and no bezel, but again, you know, you're kind of holding your thumbs on the side anyway, so it's kind of good not to be able to touch the screen. We've got USB-C and we've got speakers on both sides to give you some stereo sound, and that's really it. It looks great. It obviously works like any other iPad. The performance is as expected. So we have ourselves a very nice combo that can replace probably a laptop for somebody who doesn't work a lot or, I don't know, maybe edit videos. So this is the iPad Air. Friends, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you all in another video. Bye.